Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee and Conversation with me, Kathy Jackson. As you can see today, I have gotta turn off this. Okay, as you can see today, I have my mom juice mug. Hold on a minute, I'm gonna need quiet on the set. Yes, mom juice. Thank you. Um, because I'm gonna be giving out some mom gems today. So I don't know about you guys, but I truly needed this coffee break today. And I'm glad you're here to join me. As a matter of fact, say hi. Let me know you're here. Give us a thumbs up. And if you like the information, please feel free to share it. Now, today we are talking about delayed but not denied. Um, More importantly, I want to talk about when you delay, you can enjoy it more. What are you talking about, Kathy? So we are in the thick of the Christmas season, right? Everybody's out shopping. Hey, Larry, my superstar. Mwah, love you. Um, we are in the thick of the Christmas season, and everybody now, well, not everybody, but a lot of people start to feel pressure, right, at the Christmas season because you want to get that perfect gift for the ones you love, or you want to get a gift for everybody that are in your circle, right? And so people are now stressing about what to get and how are they going to get it. And the reality is, if you can't afford it, you want to make sure you don't overspend, because when we get past December 25th, guess what? You've got December 26th all the way up to next year, December 25th, meaning you have to live all next year. If you go in hard on Christmas gifts just because, for whatever reason, a lot of times we do it because it's tradition. You know, traditionally we have learned that Christmas means presents. Well, let me set the record straight. Number one, Christmas is about the birth of Christ and celebrating that. And my mom shared something with me the other day. I'll have to talk a little louder because there's work going on in my house. I'm sorry, guys. Um, my mom shared with me the other day that she thinks that every day is a gift. And so every every day is a gift. And so if you're grateful for every day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, the holidays, they are just like any other day. They You should be grateful for that one as well. But I know what happens on the holidays. People start to reminisce and people get lonely. They start to think about people who are no longer with us. They think about the fact that if maybe you haven't been invited somewhere and you're by yourself. But guys, I want to share with you, like, don't, if you're feeling that way, don't sit at home lonely and get yourself into a funk and basically put yourself into a depression. Because really, now I'm not clinical by any stretch, but really what depression is focusing inward on problems, on things that are not right with your life, that you feel they're not right. And it's really about how you feel about them, but you're focusing in on it, and you stay there. And so if you're feeling that way and then you're isolated, you're not out with anybody, you're by yourself, and you're letting all these feelings just really get to you, then that's how you find yourself in a depression or a funk, right? So if you're feeling that way, I would say don't stay there. Reach out to somebody. A lot of times we're waiting on somebody to invite us somewhere. Guys, sometimes people just don't know that you need that invitation. Don't be afraid to call your friends up and say, "Hey, what you doing?" "Oh, the folks are coming over." And I would simply say, "Mind if I stop by? I'm not really doing anything. I'd love to see your family." A friend can always take one more person. It's always room for one more. So if you can't find that, maybe that person is not a friend. You might want to reevaluate that. But then here's something else you can do. Guys, there's always somebody else that's worse off than you. Volunteer and help somebody else. See, when you take the focus off of you, that brings you out of the depression. And if you saying, well, I don't know where to volunteer, guys, go to the wizard. Google places to volunteer near me. That's simple. And oh, that's a good thing my phone didn't go off. Usually when I talk to Google, it talk back. Whew. But so those are some things you can do so that you're not by yourself feeling lonely. Guys, there's so much to do. Get involved in a group. Find something that you like to do. I started doing pickleball, and I guess what? I got a whole new group of friends now that all play pickleball. So get involved in something. But that's a sidetrack. That's not really what this conversation is supposed to be about. This conversation is about, I'm really talking about your finances. Guys, don't go into debt because it's Christmas. That's not what this is about. And here's the problem. A lot of us feel guilty if we can't buy gifts for our loved ones, right? This is the culture we're in, and it makes you feel like you have to buy gifts on Christmas. That's not true. That's not what it's about. It's about celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. It's about celebrating the fact that we're saved. It's about getting with family and friends. And then if you don't have family and friends close to you, go out and volunteer and help someone. I guarantee you'll find new friends, new family, because they're going to be so grateful for your presence, for helping them. You can feed the homeless. I mean, there's so many people in need, guys. So don't just sit around and be bored. That's how I got off on that tangent. But if you can't afford to, I was researching in it. They called it, if you can't afford Christmas, which I think is ridiculous, because how can you afford or not afford Christmas when you're just celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ? So, but they're saying if you can't afford Christmas, there are some things that you should do. First of all, your loved ones, you need to tell them that. Say, hey, I am looking to save more money in the future. I'm trying to buy a house. I'm being more strategic with my finances. And right now, if I start buying Christmas gifts, it throws me off my budget. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to buy gifts this year. Tell everybody that, so that, you don't want anybody feeling funny, like I bought you a gift, you didn't buy me one. I hate that, by the way. But if you tell them up front you're not buying gifts, then it's up to them if they still want to buy you a gift. Because me, I'm the kind of person, here's my philosophy. If I have it, I give it. I love to give gifts. And I feel like I'm a good gift giver. Like I know who you are, and I try and get something that I think represents who you are. But on the other hand, and this has happened, I'm not just talking in theory. On the other hand, I've had some lean Christmases where finances were an issue. And I decided that I wasn't going to go broke that year. And so I didn't buy Christmas gifts. And I showed up. No, that's not true. I did not buy Christmas gifts. You know what I bought? I bought lottery tickets for everybody. I bought, 20 people, $20. Here's a lottery ticket. If you win, give me 10%. It's a win-win for everybody, right? So, you can show up like that, but I was clear, like I'm not going shopping for Christmas gifts, because Christmas is one day and I have to live the rest of the days. And right now my finances, the way my bank account works, I'm not in a position where I can buy gifts this year. It's nothing wrong with that, guys. Be upfront, be honest. These are your family and friends. These are your loved ones. Because if they're not people you care about, why are you buying them gifts anyway? Or why you feel obligated to buy them gifts anyway? Because I buy gifts for people I don't really know too. But you know what I'm saying? So anyway, the thing is, you want to plan your life. You want to envision where you want your life to go, what your life looks like. And if spending money at Christmas is going to slow down your progress, you don't want to do that. If you are planning to buy a house, if you want to own a business, which, by the way, coincidentally, I know of a franchise that's going up for sale in January. Anybody thinking about owning a paint and sip studio of your very own? Deja Hue Art will be selling franchises, and you get to work with me one-on-one. But guys, it's not free. We're not giving away franchises. We're selling franchises, because that's how the franchise business works. But If that's something that you want to do in your future, guys, is you have to sacrifice in order to do that. If you're sitting at home right now, you heard that and you said, hey, I would love to do that. Wonder how much it's going to cost. I know I'm not going to have enough money. See, if you're going through that cycle, you're exactly who I'm talking to. We should not be in a position where we can't take advantage of opportunities simply because we don't have the money. If we are in that position, it's because of the decisions that we made previously with our finances that put us in a position that we cannot afford to buy into an opportunity, to invest into an opportunity, to invest, period, whether it be in a Deja Hue franchise or the stock market. We have to find a way to let our money work for us. But so what I'm telling you is the decisions you made 5 years ago have put you in a position that you can't afford to even think about possibly buying it into a franchise. That doesn't feel good. But the decisions you make today are going to dictate where you are 5 years from now. So it might seem like a little thing, like skipping on spending, going into debt over Christmas, but realistically, if you go into debt, and what does that mean? That means putting everything on your credit cards, overspending on your credit cards, and then those interest rates are going to hit you for the next 20 years. You're going to be paying for those Christmas gifts for the next 20 years. And it takes you off course for anything that you want to do. If you want a vacation, if you want to buy a house, if you want to buy a business, if you just want to build up your savings toward retirement or a college fund for your kids, it takes money for what? For temporary satisfaction. That is what we do. That's what credit cards do. It allows us to buy things we can't afford right now. And we have come to live in a right now society. They used to say we were in the age of the microwave age. We put it in and we want it out in 1 minute. But now I say we're in the TikTok age. In TikTok, I could be here right now with hair all messed up, in my pajamas, looking no makeup. Well, I'm not going to talk about the glasses because we got to keep them on. But I could be looking a hot mess, and then we could click over. I could walk up. Y'all thought I was going to come back in a different outfit. Sorry. This is live. I can't do it like TikTok. But on TikTok, we'll cover that screen, boom, and come back and be looking like a glamour girl. That's what people want now. When we want something worthwhile, we think that we can get it like TikTok. Wake up, boom. And now the whole world has changed. That's not how it works. Anything worth having is going to require you to plan for it. It's going to require you to work for it. It's going to require you to sacrifice for it. And nobody wants to hear those. Those are all like bad words. But in the reality, when you plan, when you save, when you sacrifice, when that thing that you have, all of that denial that you've done in order to get to a certain goal, boy, when that thing happens, you are elated. You enjoy it more. A lot of times we try and shield our kids and keep them from experiencing no. Like, say example, you're in the grocery store and you that's not what I want to tell. I'm going to tell about this one. So there was a study done in 1972 with kids and marshmallows, ages 3 to 5. They had some marshmallows and put some marshmallows in front of the kids, and they told them that if they wait 15 minutes before they eat the marshmallows, then they will get more marshmallows. And so when they did that, some of the kids, they didn't care. They ate their marshmallows right then and there because those were the ones in front of them. And some waited and they had more marshmallows. And what they did was they actually followed these kids in life. They followed their path in life to see how their lives turned out. And what they found was that I don't have the hard numbers because I'd have to look that back up, but this is a story that I read, an article that I read. But what they found is that the ones who waited, they did better in school. They did better ultimately in life. They were able to discipline themselves and know that it's better to wait to get the right thing than to just always settle for right now. And so and the others who needed that immediate gratification, those are the ones that struggled more. They were more financially strapped. Those people went through more divorces. And so they followed them throughout life. And the people who waited for the marshmallows ended up early in life developing more self-discipline. And that's really, really what we're talking about. Let me see. I made some notes. I want to make sure. So what are the benefits about denying yourself now? That immediate gratification of, say, buying Christmas gifts for everybody, for holding off and saving your money so that you can be prepared for an opportunity down the line. The benefits are this. Number one, you can accomplish your goals. If you know you want to have a house and you need to save for a down payment, you've got to stop spending all your money. You got to save some. If you want to lose weight, guys, this is the hardest one. And I'm going to take a drink of my coffee before I even tackle this one. We want to lose weight. We want to be healthy. But you got a choice between a cheeseburger and a salad. In that moment, it's real easy to say, you know what, next time I'm going to get the salad. I'm going to eat this cheeseburger right now. And I've done that for years. And that's what happens. You're building up a habit and saying, yeah, I'm going to eat the salad. But the reality is, if you want to lose weight, you're going to have to make better decisions. And that means giving up that instant gratification. It might be instantly gratifying to eat the cheeseburger and the fries, but what you do today, 5 years from now, is going to show. As they say, a minute on the lips and a lifetime on the hips. It's going to show. So I was talking to a friend of mine at Thanksgiving, and she was considering having the surgery to lose weight. I told her that I didn't think that was a good idea. And she was like, why? I said, because if you don't do it naturally, if you don't change your habits, you are still the same person. Now you're in a skinny body because physically they did something to make you not be able to eat. But what's going to happen is you're going to eventually put that weight back on because you are still you. You are still making the same decisions. And then she says, well, I feel like if I have the surgery, then I'll make a different decision. If you were going to make a different decision, you can make it now. And see, the reason why you want to do the surgery is because you want the instant gratification. But I promise you, if you make the decision that you are a healthy person, that you don't overeat, that you are able to get up and be active, if you make that decision, then you will start making choices to line up with that's who you are. Once you decide that's who you are, listen, I'm not going to brag, but I've been losing a little weight lately. And I can tell you what I've been doing is making better decisions. I've been cooking my own meals. I have been choosing not to eat the fattening food, the way I cook it. I don't fry it, I decided to saute it or bake it or and a lot of times not even eat so much meat. Now, I'm not giving up meat, but I've tried to limit it to one meal. I've been making the choice to get the salad or usually I would get the cheeseburger, and I have found that as I do that, and I'm very active, I'm playing pickleball. Guys, I'm in a tournament on Saturday. Wish me luck. My first pickleball tournament. I'm so nervous. But anywho, I've been making better choices and it is showing up where I wanted to show up. And so, I know people who've had that surgery and lost weight and have gained it back. Because she was saying, well, I have a friend who did it and he did it and now he's a vegetarian. I was like, but see, he's changed who he is. He changed the way he ate and he had the surgery. I'm still not a big fan of cutting. I don't want to go under the knife unnecessarily. I don't know about you, but that's just me. But he changed his lifestyle. I don't know if he did it before or after the surgery, but at any rate, he's become a vegetarian, which he wasn't before. That is going to help him to maintain. But if that's not what you're doing, you have just gone under the knife, gotten the surgery, and I promise you, if you're not eating right and you still sitting around sedentary and not doing anything, you are going to gain that weight back. It's just momentary. You want it right now. That is not lasting. Things that you get right now don't last. The things that you work for, the things you have to fight and struggle, and you go through disappointment and you keep fighting and you get it, those things you will protect. See, you have to fight to get them and you will fight to keep them. But when you were able to just get skinny and didn't have to do anything, it's easy to say, let me just get that cheeseburger this one time. I mean, that's just how it is. So guys, if we want to own a business or build a house or build your savings or have a healthier lifestyle or have a great relationship, I didn't even touch on this. The article I was reading, it talked about relationships and sex and waiting until after marriage, because I know I don't think this is my crowd, but they were saying that it's more gratifying after marriage when people have waited, but I don't know. I probably have to talk to some 9-year-olds about that. At any rate, the concept is the same. You can go for immediate gratification, but know the choices that you make today are going to affect who you are, how you are, the way you live in the future. So you can make some good choices to save. You can make some good choices to eat healthy. And then in the future, you're going to find that you've lost that weight. And guess what? You fought to lose that weight. And so now you know how to maintain it because you didn't do it with any artificial means. Ooh, that was deep. Same thing with buying gifts. Guys, if you can't afford it, if you have to put it on a credit card, you can't afford it. You can't afford it. So my recommendation, because I always like to give a few tips. My recommendation is, number one, tell your family and friends that you are working on something financially. And this year, Christmas gifts will throw you off track. So, give them a card and tell them you love them. Give them a hug. Those that really love you, they'll be fine. Number two, if you just feel like you have to do something, create a budget as to what you can afford. And even if you can afford a lot, create a budget as to what you should be spending on Christmas. And if you're one of those people that can't really control when you get out shopping and spending, take out how much is in your budget in cash or put it on one of those debit cards. And when it's out, you're done. You're done shopping. Another tip, with your family and friends, have a grab bag and set a limit. And then that way, 20 people don't have to all buy for each other. Just everybody buy one gift for one person. And then everybody's got a gift and everybody is still financially intact. Let's see. The other thing, buy lottery tickets and put them in a card. I mean, really, that people are happy for like 30 seconds until they get through scratching. They feel like they might be millionaires. And matter of fact, when I gave them out, that's what we talked about. Before you scratch these, let's find out what you're going to do when you win. Not if you win, when you win. And at the end of all of that, count me in for 10%. It's a contract. Because I don't want you hitting $1 million and then be like, oh, thanks, here's your dollar back. Not happening. But anyway, that's just something I did. And that's the other thing. Get creative, guys. Get creative. You can make a gift. You can give a gift from the heart. If you don't know how to paint or anything, come to Deja Hue. We can show you how to paint, and then you can give your gift. Your new creation can be your Christmas gift to your family and friends. So we got you. We got you. But seriously, creativity is great. There's all kind of DIY things you can Google and go to the wizard. They've got on YouTube, you can learn how to do all kinds of things. So, go ahead and save that money. The bottom line of what I wanted to talk about today, and I've kind of gone all over the place because I just need to decompress. I've had a long morning. But the bottom line is that the instant gratification does not lead to long-term goals. If you have some long-term goals, and if you don't, you should, you have to sort of deny right now so that you can get to where you're going. And when you do, you'll enjoy it so much more. You will appreciate it so much more, and you will have grown as a person. You will have experienced some things that you didn't know. You would have connected with people on a different level. There's just so much that you gain on your way to reaching your goal. The And most importantly is that you become a different person. I mean, you're the same person, but you grow. When you start understanding denial, denying yourself instant gratifications, when you are able to have frank conversations with your friends and quit fronting like you got it all together when really you're struggling, you get to understand who's really in your corner, and you'll find out that they probably struggling too. And anyway, you just have good conversation. I've found that to be to be so when you're authentically who you are and not trying to front. If you can't afford it, it's no shame. As a matter of fact, I would applaud you for being honest with yourself and deciding to do things differently so that down the road you can have things. You can have more things. You can be more things because you made a decision to quit fronting and just be authentic and live your life. So that says, I think I might have had too much coffee today because I'm wound up. But that said, I am grateful for you guys joining me. I see a lot of you out there. Definitely say hi, like us, share us, and come back and join us next week for coffee and conversation.